The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2 may have featured a kiss that shocked countless viewers, but Galadriel actor Morfydd Clark and the series showrunners have finally weighed in on the controversial moment. During Season 2's penultimate episode, Clark's Galadriel shares a tender kiss with Robert Aramayo's Elrond during her imprisonment in Ardar's Orc encampment. While the moment held a clear strategic purpose and allowed Elrond to slip her the cloak pin that enables her escape, many viewers have suggested it also hints at a potential romantic connection between the two. Speaking with Screen Rant, Clark, as well as showrunners Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, explained that while the moment did convey affection, the kiss was a more platonic display of respect and loyalty than one inspired by romantic intentions. The showrunners would also go on to suggest that elves express their affection for one another in different ways, even equating their sensibilities to be a little more European. Check out their comments below. What these comments mean for Galadriel and Elrond's relationship moving forward. A potential romance would have been a step too far. Despite being lauded for its production values and attracting largely positive critical responses over its first 2 seasons, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power has not gone without its share of criticisms. With many audience complaints directed toward the show's apparent reworking of Tolkien lore, Season 2's kiss between Galadriel and Elrond drew particular ire given the characters' respective relationships in the original writings. Not only is Galadriel still wed to the missing elf Lord Celeborn during the events of Rings of Power, but Elrond would eventually go on to marry the pair's daughter, Celebrian. Had Payne and McKay elected to use this moment to lead into a potential romance between the two in Rings of Power Season 3 and beyond, it would likely have led to the show's most egregious departure from established Tolkien lore. In a show that has already been accused of taking liberties with the established source material, introducing a new love story between the show's leading characters would likely have been a step too far for many viewers, and potentially could have spelled disaster for future seasons. Our take on downplaying Rings of Power's shocking kiss. The show's creative team should still have anticipated potential misinterpretations. Elrond, Robert Aramayo, secretly gives a brooch to Galadriel, Morfydd Clark, as they say goodbye in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2 Episode 7 image via Prime Video. While this latest explanation from Clark and the Rings of Power's showrunners may go some way to allaying fears concerning the show's future direction, the fact remains that Season 2's kiss was still an unexpected moment. With the show's more vehement detractors seemingly waiting to see exactly how far the show will move away from Tolkien's original writings, that scene was still a risky creative choice, regardless of its original intent. As The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power continues to move forward, hopefully audiences will not be exposed to many more controversial moments requiring further clarification after the fact. While television creatives cannot always anticipate how viewers may react to their decisions, the potential for audiences to misread Galadriel's and Elrond's kiss still should have been apparent from the outset.